Okay, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest video by Scholar Tuition Center. Today, I'm going to talk about melting point and boiling point. Okay, why? Because it's another season where O-level is coming up, IGCSE is coming up, lots of exams is coming up, and I received lots of questions regarding the melting point and boiling point. And today I want to make that clear. Why? Because if you understand this concept, melting point and boiling point is actually very simple. Okay, but before we talk about it, we need to discuss a few facts. Okay, now here in my slide you have three states of matters. We have solid, we have liquid, and we have gas. And as you can see, solid will have a particular arrangement whereby they cannot really move, they just vibrate on the spot. Whereas for liquids, they can move around each other, but not very much. For gas, they can move freely as they want. Okay, so first we need to know why are solid being arranged this way, and liquid and gas, why are they being arranged in such a particular way? Actually, it's very simple, guys. Okay, you only need to know about one thing. The reason why they stay together is because of love. Okay, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why the particles, the atoms of solid, they stay so close to each other is because they love each other. Okay, imagine this. You have a couple just in relationship. They love each other so much. They will stay together. They will not move as much, correct? Okay, whereas if you already be in relationship for 2 or 3 years, now you become liquid. You allow each other more space. Okay, after you're in relationship for maybe 10, 20 years, this is what happens usually. You start to argue, you start to fight. Okay, and what happens is that now things are free to move. Alright, you can see the husband going out, hanging out with the friends, and the wives going out with their friends as well. So you can see that, of course, this is not always the case. Alright, but this is another story for another day. But you get my point. Alright, so you need to know that the reason why solid, liquid, and gas have a particular arrangement is because of the love. So how does love translate to chemical terms? Love in chemistry, we call it electrostatic force of attraction. Okay, we're going to discuss more about that. Next. Okay, so you can see here, alright, they love each other so much, so they stay together. This 2 or 3 years in relationship, you still love each other, of course. Alright, but you allow each other a bit of movement. Alright, you can hang out with your friends, fine, but you come back. Here, after 5, 10 years, 20 years in relationship, okay, you start to argue with each other more, you got bored with each other, so no more force of attraction. But you got my point, this is not the norm, okay? But it's another story for another day. Okay, next. Alright, I told you before, we talk about love in chemistry as electrostatic force of attraction. Okay, so in order for you to answer questions, it's simple. If you were being compared, you were asked to compare a metal A and a metal B. Why metal A have a higher melting point? Oh, what is melting point? Alright, go back to previous slide, please. Okay, you can see that melting points means how you go from solid to liquid. That's how you melt. Boiling means how you go from liquid to gas. That's where your boiling point is. So, the harder it is to break your love, the higher the melting point will be. The harder it is to break your love to become gas, that means the higher your boiling point will be. And usually they go hands in hands. So if you have a high melting point, usually your boiling point will be high as well. Okay? So now if you will be compared two substances, let's say they are metal. Next. Okay, so metal A and metal B, they both have metallic bond. So the way you answer is very simple. You just answer that. Let's say metal A, 100 degrees Celsius melting point, metal B 200, okay. So you just say, alright, the reason why metal A or metal B have a higher melting point is because they have a stronger electrostatic force of attraction. They have a stronger love. That's it. Simple as that. Okay, next. If you are talking about ionic bond, you compare two ionic substances, let's say magnesium chloride or sodium chloride, and magnesium chloride has a higher melting point than sodium chloride. The reason is same thing, electrostatic force of attraction. But this time it's between the positive ions and the negative ions. Okay, next. If you're dealing with covalent bond, then we talk about you have two types, giant molecular structures and simple molecule. Alright, for simple molecules it's simple. If they ask you why water have a higher, let's say, boiling point than, let's say, hydrogen, right? That is because water have a stronger intermolecular force of attraction between each other. Simple. If you have giant, usually this is the strongest out of this group. Okay, because the shared pair of electron is attracted strongly to the nucleus. Again, it's all about love. Okay, so far I hope that you understand that when we're dealing with melting point and boiling point, the answer is simple. Think about love. That's it. Nothing else. Love. Okay? Alright. So I hope that clears out a bit of confusion. So you just need to know, okay, what the substances are that they are comparing with. Let's say metal and metal. What is that? Metallic bonds is the electrostatic force of attraction between the positive ions and the delocalized electrons. Okay, ionic bond, positive ion and negative ions. Covalent, I just talked about it. Okay, next. Okay, so as you can see, some examples, you have these substances which have covalent bond, but also this is part of the simple molecular structures. You can see that this guy here have the highest boiling point. Why? Simple. Because they have the strongest intermolecular force of attraction. Strongest love between the molecules. That's it. Done. Okay? That's how we answer questions.